Do you know what it feels like to fight against a world that has already decided you are nothing? I do. I am Fantine. This is my story. Once I had dreams. I was young, in love, full of hope. But hope is a fragile thing. The man I loved abandoned me, leaving me with our child Cosette to raise alone in a world that has no mercy for women like me. I tried. I worked. I suffered. But life took and took until there was nothing left of me. I sold my hair, my teeth, my body, piece by piece, so my little girl could survive. But it wasn't enough. I lay in the street, cold and dying, while men like Javert, the relentless officer of the law, looked at me as if I were filth. I was nothing to him. Then he came, Jean Valjean. A stranger, yet the first man to truly see me. He lifted me from the dirt, spoke to me with kindness, and made me one promise. I will find Cosette. I will take care of her. And so, I let go. But tell me, when a man makes a promise like that, when he takes the burden of another's life upon his shoulders, does he ever truly find peace? Peace? No, not at first. I am Jean Valjean. This is my story. I was a man marked by the past, 19 years in prison for stealing a loaf of bread. When they finally let me go, I was no longer a man, just a number. Prisoner 24601. Society had no place for me, but a single act of mercy changed my path. A bishop forgave me when I deserved nothing, and so I built a new life, a new name. But the past is a shadow that never fades. Javert hunted me, convinced that a man like me could never change. Then there was Cosette, Fantine's child, left in the hands of cruel and greedy people. I found her. I saved her. And in doing so, she saved me. She became my reason to keep going. But love is never without sacrifice. She grew, she loved, she found Marius, the young revolutionary who fought for a better world. When he was wounded at the barricades, I carried him through the sewers of Paris, through filth and darkness, because I knew Cosette's happiness depended on him. And then I let her go. Because love, real love, is not about holding on. It is about setting someone free. Javert, the man who hunted me for so long, could not understand this. To him, a man was either good or bad, and justice was cold and absolute. But when I spared his life, when I proved to him that mercy was greater than the law, he could not bear the weight of his own certainty. In the end, his chains were the ones he could never break. And me? After all I had done, all I had lost, was I free? Yes, but not in the way the world understands freedom. I was free because I had loved, because I had kept my promise, because even a man like me, a man once called prisoner 24601, had found redemption. This is the story of Les Misérables, a story of suffering and mercy, of justice and love, of chains that bind and the moments that break them. It is not just my story. It is the story of all who have fought, who have lost, who have risen again. So open the book, let it weigh on your heart, let it change you, because in the end, that is the only kind of freedom that lasts.